Well, folks, we're only 6 hours away from the launch of the massively multiplayer online action RPG Path of Exile 2, and this is the biggest event in the history of RPG games. Period. Is it going to be a success on launch, or is it going to be a complete and utter schmozzle? They've just put out an emergency video. Jonathan Rogers, he said that when they said 1 million people might join up, he was just joking. It was just a joke. He wasn't really expecting 1 million people to sign up for early access, because you got to pay to do that, folks. You got to pay money for early access. You can get it free in 6 months. 1 million people. That's about at $30 a pop minimum. Okay, there's a few people who got in for free, but probably not that many. So that's probably 30 million, maybe 60 million US dollars, probably 100 million Australian on day one, or by day one. Incredible. For a company, I think they've got about 100 employees. 100 million in revenue on just before the first day of launch. Isn't that incredible? What a success, financial success. So I'll be there contributing. I'll be a part of the 1 million-man march on the servers. I'll be a part of the mob bringing down those servers. It's going to be a battle between the servers and the players, folks. And if it all goes pear-shaped, I'm just going to have a good old laugh. I think that's what everyone wants, is a good old drama fest on day one. 6 hours. Path of Exile 2. I've been playing Path of Exile 1, which is on the screen right now, for about 11 years. I realised the other day it's been 10, but it's actually been more like 11. On and off. I don't have time. I at the moment playing it maybe 15 minutes a day. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of like an old friend, I suppose. The game's had a lot of bloat creep into it because they keep updating it and adding things, and it's just a bit too much at the moment, I dare say. But how could I not sign up to Path of Exile 2? And happy to chip in a modest amount of money for the future entertainment. What am I playing? No idea. I haven't even looked at the ascendancies. I'll probably maybe do the sorcerer or something, because I like spellcasters. But hey, we'll see how we go. I'm kind of just interested in whether or not I can even sign in on the day I'm pre-downloading the game. It's 86 gigabytes. That's on my main computer. I'm also going to download it on my backup computer. Apparently, according to model websites, this computer won't actually run it. I got a i6700K 4 gigahertz quad core CPU, Skylake. They're saying that you need the i7700K minimum, but I think that's a load of garbage. I think it'll run just fine. So that'll be very, very interesting. Path of Exile 2 million man march on the servers. Here we come. We're T-minus 6 hours. They're frantically trying to organize more. I don't even know really how this stuff works, but more servers and, getting the database capacity and everything, blown up so everyone can get in and play. Yeah, huge game. Thank God I added an extra hard drive a few years ago. Only half a gig, but I'm going to need it. And yeah, I've been watching a bit of content on and off. I haven't been overcome with the hype until now. It's like it's just suddenly snowballed. For some reason, I thought it was the 13th of December, and I look, 1 or 2 days ago, and it's like, oh, 2.5 days. And I'm not really prepared. I actually got to, let's just say for the first week, I won't be able to play that much. Just got things to do, places to be. But I think I'll be there for the opening few or the opening half day. I'll have to get up early. Um, Actually, as someone who goes to bed at 4 a.m., getting up at 6 a.m. is going to be a little bit of a struggle. So I might make it a little bit later, maybe 8 a.m. And I think it's a rainy day, so good old day to stay inside. I need a break. I've had a lot of anxiety with certain things, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the drama. I watched some Twitch streams. I think there's some cosmetic giveaways or whatever. But by all means, PoE1 people, throw in the money. It's only 30 US, and it's not going to break the bank for most people. And you still get the points to buy the stash tabs, or these stash tabs here. So I actually haven't spent the points yet. I dare say I'll get a quad tab when they go on special. I don't really need any additional normal tabs, and I might just save the rest for when there's a speciality tab released in the game, which will probably happen at some point. I would love to get the $100 entry pack, but it's just a bit expensive at the moment. I might upgrade if I feel I can afford it, but I want that hideout, the mobile desert crawler, hideout thing towed by the giant lizards. It's all fun and games, folks. But hey, I don't spend money on movies. I don't go to nightclubs. I don't really spend money on going out. So nor do I have Netflix or cable TV. This is kind of my entertainment, guys. My entertainment, and yeah, it leaves me in a bit of a limbo with PoE1. This is my highest character I've ever leveled, level 96, so I'm a filthy casual. But PoE 2, maybe I'll try a bit harder. I don't know, I'm almost considering trying hardcore. I only tried hardcore once. Somehow I got to maps, but that was years ago, before Act 5 existed. But it's a good way to learn how to play defensively, and it might be, be worried there might be a rollback or something and everyone will lose their characters anyway, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt to sort of have a bit of fun, rolling and dying, and just no one knows what the starting acts are going to be, aside from a few people who have, streamers who got access for a few hours. So, it's nice to sort of get to know the game a little bit. This is a long-term project. People will be playing this for years and years. I do have a few, I've seen a few good things and a few bad things in, the content I've watched in the lead up. I kind of wish they hadn't put PoE1 uniques in it. I kind of wish they'd just started again with a clean slate, because they're actually adding some of the trash uniques. And it's like, that's one of the problems with the game. On the other hand, I think there's something to do with blue items can't be scoured, so you have to find the base with the right mods, 2 good mods, and then craft on top of that. So it makes picking up items extra important, which is something I normally do. Most players don't, because it's not time and currency efficient. So I really like that change. The crossbow trying to be like a gun is a little, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'll get used to it. I find it a little incongruous with an RPG, but times things have to change, so don't really mind that they're trying something a little bit different. Apparently, 1 portal per map. This will be a tough one, but players will adapt. They'll get used to it. The balance of the game might have to change a bit to accommodate. It is fun though to have like a going glass cannon mode. Sometimes I'm not sure when is it all maps, or does it kick in at a higher level? I'm not sure, but yeah, like I'm sure the game designers will adapt around that, and so will the players. So I'm actually not really fast, and I kind of like the stakes being a little bit higher as well. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to manage all of the items that drop. Like, do they give us a bigger inventory, or is there something in the map that allows us to, shunt out items into our stash? Because I like to pick up a lot of gear, and I'd hate to be limited to just one inventory full. Although I guess it would. I guess your inventory would be worth more. So there are things in the game which are pushing up the value of stuff that drops on the ground, which is super critical because there's so much superfluous loot. People have to run item filters which remove 90% of it. I'm guessing there's going to be a default filter built in, or maybe there just won't be that much. I actually hope that they really cut back on drops and just make every drop meaningful. That would be really cool. Not every drop, but more drops being meaningful. Yeah, apparently some of these tendencies are quite powerful. I just haven't looked. Haven't had time. Haven't had time to look into this stuff, folks. We're gonna be going in blind. It's kind of cool. I don't really want to spoil it anyway. I certainly haven't looked at any leaks that allegedly came out. So you're curious as to whether my 9-year-old computer will run it. I do have a solid state drive, 16 gigs of RAM, so I think I'll be okay. And a 2070 GPU, which is fine. The GPU is not going to have any issues, I don't think. Famous last words. And if it does, I mean, I do have a backup computer that's a 6-core, so that's an option. I'd have to put a video card in it, that's all. Yeah, PoE 2, welcome to the schmozzle at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. It's going to be epic. Don't forget to get up and go for a walk and get some circulation going. Get your eyes working at longer distances outside. Don't sit on your computer, on your chair for 9 hours straight. Some people will. Yeah, I had a bit of a busy day last busy couple of days. Just trying to justify having a blowout day on the computer on Saturday, so fixed my car window, did a couple loads of washing, got my work done, did the antique stuff and that I do. So PoE 2, I feel like I've got a license to bludge on the computer for a few hours, and I have Twitch running, and it's a historic event. Like, this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, how often does like I don't know, like a 12-year-old game or whatever it is update to a second version that you've actually played? I know there are new games all the time, but I'll probably never play another game for this long, and then there'll be another one. So it's just a bit of a party, a virtual party. It's entertainment in and of itself, the launch, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of rage on YouTube and on the forums and on Reddit, and I'll have a look at the forums, see how they're going. Look, it's a new game. There's a lot that's being brought in from PoE 1, so hopefully, I don't want to say hopefully, but probably it runs okay. But I'm sure there'll be issues and multiple patches coming out in the first few hours. There may be a rollback. Rollback is like, a full product recall and everyone has to start again. So that would be maximum drama. I guess, the drama of just not being able to get in on start would be pretty epic if that's the case. I'm anticipating 30-minute login wait times. If they can get more servers running, that would be enough servers to be less than that. That would be pretty impressive. I might not actually try to log in till 8 o'clock or so, but then again, I kind of want to contribute to the Stampede because that is what the hype is all about, folks. On that note, I've been waffling on, so I'll sign off now and have a good time with PoE2 if you choose to play.